Karawa. The sweeping dance is a significant cultural practice for the First Nations people of Australia, particularly the Wandini people of Miniki, Yugambra and Western Australia. The dance embodies our deep connection to land, ancestors and cultural heritage, symbolising the act of cleansing, renewing both physical and spiritual realms. The Wandini people, my people, the sweeping dance is more than performance. It is a powerful expression of identity, tradition, respect for our ancestral land. Traditionally, the sweeping dance involves movement that mimics the action of sweeping the ground, which is to clear away negative energy, make way for new beginnings, and honour the spirits of our ancestors. The sweeping motion symbolises the clearing of paths, both literally and metaphorically, allowing the continuation of cultural practices and preservation of stories passed down through generations. It is often performed during significant community gatherings, ceremonies and cultural events, reinforcing the bond between my people and our country. For the Wandini people, the sweeping dance is also a way to educate younger generations about their responsibilities to the land and community. It serves as a reminder of the importance of maintaining the land's health and respecting the environment, which is a central value in Wandini culture. Through this dance, my people not only honour our ancestors, but also actively engage in the revitalisation of our cultural heritage, ensuring that our traditions and stories remain vibrant and relevant in today's world. The sweeping dance stands for a testament in the resilience, wisdom and enduring spirits of Wandini people of Miniki and Dombra. And the thing that we wear blue for the coastal and for the red, yellow and brown for the inland. So yeah.
I'd like to thank you, Jenny, Bruce, and Irwin Historical Society to invite us along to this such an amazing event, and so many people that are attending the 2-day event in Dongra. And today, my Naramba and Yaya Pawuda, my sister and brother, are talking about our tribe. Go on. And how this came about, the tribe, is in recognition of our totem, our dreaming, our songline, our language. So I drive that. It's important that we need to, I know Gary spoke about the historical and what we need to hang on to, and it's exactly what I'm doing. I'm the only speaker of the Windara Wonga, we call it language, and it's sad, otherwise we're going to lose it if I don't continue on speaking to that. Like my sister, for my Naramba for Hindu, her son, he lives in Brisbane, but we talk lingo to one another. So he's my Gagaji, my nephew. Here we go. This is Tristan Munga, and that nice looking bloke there, that's Thomas Cameron. And this is Annette, and he's my another warder, he's my another brother, Dwayne Ratcliffe, he's Nugget. So we took this out of the presentation we done in Darwin in the Worldwide Community Convention Centre last year. This program, and we presented to the world about what we do. So this is our 4 people that attended in the conference up in NT. And this is more talking about Littewell and the framework. We're talking how to understand, engage in empowerment, we connect and build, and we talk design and deliver and reflection. We've done a summit reflection on not just the negative stuff like the hardship that we lived on the Aboriginal Reserve back in when it opened in 1898 and then closed in 1972. And for those who don't know where Minu is the name for many waters, and Minga is the name for many ants. It's half an hour south of Dongra. And it's there for anybody, visit it, you can have a look 1 kilometre out of CBD of Mingu. And this is what we're talking about. I was fortunate enough, and my sister, to live in those sort of dirt floors and live in huts like that. And many Aboriginals back in the days, they lived in huts made by my grandfather Joe Cameron, he built out for his 5 daughters when they were married out of stuff he found at the dump, at the tip. And he used wire, not nails, because that's all we had to build for them. So he made a home for them, and his son-in-law and his daughter, you know, yeah. And this is the day we done the opening ceremony for the Littewell Reserve, Burrawanduri we call it in language. It's a native well that supplied the Aboriginal people, about 200 of us, and the 7-8 houses that were built there on the day. So that one well supplied us with water. It used to fill up overnight. In the morning we would go and get water from a bucket and carry it to one toilet for all of us. And I guess it makes us the person I am today. My sister, I'm the eldest of 14 children, and I'm a leader, I guess, for my siblings, and my Narumba, she can say the same. And you know, for us, from where we're coming from, not only on the Aboriginal Reserve, it's about many of our families were taken off there, including my 8 sisters and brothers, taken off the reserve into Mission, Tartan and Norcia. But for Thomas Cameron, I didn't let that deter me to preserve the historical event of a place that we call Burrawanduri. We wanted to preserve it. And it's 1972 it closed down. And even though, you know what did it for me? Having that life experience, but education. Education, leaving school at 13, and I'm still working. 57 years later, I'm still working. And education did this for me, to work with state government, local government, to preserve a place close to my heart that needed to be preserved. And at times I challenge, I live and work in Carnarvon, 2 jobs, and I wear many hats and do a lot of voluntary work at the Yarning Circle at Gunwatamaya, which is the Aboriginal urban Aboriginal museum. So for me, Thomas Cameron, I get backstabbed, I get kicked in the guts by my own countrymen, but that didn't stop me from living in a motorcar, travelling down and doing all this work in 15 years. Now, if you've got a borrow, you Google Littewell Mini Aboriginal Reserve, and rather than me tell you 15 years of work we've done, and the awards we won. 2018, we won the Global Community Achievement Award for this project. We won the 6th of July 2019 in Canberra. We won the NAIDOC Award at a national level. We won the Dreamtime Award in Sydney at a national level. We won the Sustainability Award at a global level, the Banksia Foundation Award in Sydney. Now, there was no money involved, but it was acknowledgement and recognition of hard work that we've committed to doing, you know. And I guess that was very powerful. And this is where, unfortunately, the kick in the guts comes in from our countrymen in Jordan, but Thomas doesn't, and my sister, we don't let that deter us, because we're very strong people for where we come from and where we're going. This is my sister. She talks about her life, and on video, ABC done a video on us, talked about her life, and as she's talking, my sister there, little mama walked past, little woodage we call them, in the grass behind. So those people are showing themselves, and this is my another sister, myself, my sister Annette, Lorraine, and my another warder there for brother there, Buddy alone. Oh, there we go. Now, out of the, this is the group we started with, and few of those people have passed on now. We started with 30 people, back in 2010. I said, come on, we're going to preserve the Aboriginal Reserve, because it's got so many histories, a lot of sad and a lot of heartache, but a lot of good things. So we started with about 30 people, the representatives of each family that lived on the reserve, and done a lot of consultation. And then we went up, I showed you that one. This is one here, my another sister passed on. And this gentleman here, my brother-in-law, he's passed on. But we kept pursuing our goals and achievement, our strategic plan to preserve our Aboriginal Reserve. Now, I'm a winner for asking what's happening in Jordan, what's happening with Rum Jungle, what's happening with Blood Alley, what's happening with Shantytown. Those reserves are not being preserved by the people who live in this town. And I've got names of everyone who lived in Shantytown. That's it. We're an example of, yes, you can preserve a place, and it doesn't take money. It takes your commitment, your dedication. You're living in motor cars. You travel from Port Edwin, you travel from Burungar Aboriginal community, you travel from Mikasara, you travel from Carnarvon to make a commitment to some place that you adore and love, and you're going to preserve for the future, into the future, for the future, for our generations. And that's exactly what we've done. So, and winning awards is just another little pedestal up there that we've been acknowledged and recognised at a national, state and global level. And this is me and my another sister there, another sister. We all have a laugh and a joke, and then we do an interview there. And at the end of the day, when we've done our opening ceremony, this is the sign before you go into the reserve. It explains the history of the Aboriginal Reserve. So it's always welcoming 1 kilometre south of Mingiu, CBD. And that's the history of the place. My brother, he's one of my 8 brothers. He's passed away in Adelaide. So we are passing off all our families, but we still remember them in what we call Karayandu spirits. Now we always go back. We always go back to the reserve. We always go back and do events. As you can see, there was the normal NAIDOC week event with the school and with our families on the reserve. And there's pagodas that's been built there, there's signage, there's footpaths. It's a historical footpath of our history of the reserve. Here's our ladies doing the ladies dance, and granddaughter sits there in it. And we took the rangers, we took mining companies to Depot Hill to show them where the water and the snake and the dreaming is. And this is my nephew, my sister for Hindu, we call him son, he my Gagaji, my nephew. He lives over there in Minjin in Usud. And he's an ex-leader. I'm grooming him to be a leader for our people. He's going to take over the role and responsibility for who we are and where we are and our identity. And we have a totem. We have a totem. It's a witha, it's a snake. We have a dreaming. It's a bidata, the bush, and we have a language. And I guess it's part of our identity to make up of that person and our group, our clan. This is us on a NAIDOC day. I think it's Respect Our Elder Day, the t-shirts on the reserve. It's again, we go back and do events on the Aboriginal Reserve. And that's what it's there for. It's not there because of making money out of something. It's not there for that. It's the wrong reason. We make it to be, as we say, dreaming the future, connection the past, determined community development and action. And this was a wonderful event of the dances and the smoking and celebrating NAIDOC week with the school and also with our mob in Nonda Reserve. So it's a place of we go back to. It's a place for our people to go back to. It's a place to show our next generation that are coming up behind us. It's a place that they know where they come from. It's a place that is their identity. So it's not about, look, I spoke before. I spoke about the stolen generation. That always comes up in a stolen way. But for me, I'd rather not get involved in politics. I'd rather do something with it. And that's why I worked 15 years of welfare in the Kimberleys, in the Pilbara, and in Mandurah as a senior officer with welfare. So we can get bogged down and use those stolen wages as an excuse for our behaviour. But for me, I made a difference in the 1957 Welfare Act. I worked with them when I was at Fitzroy Crossing. I flew down a person on recommendation. Now it's called the 204 Camp Protection Act. So we can change the system. We can change it internally. You work in the system to change it. Exactly what we've done here for the Aboriginal Reserve. We can make changes, preserve it. The reason it came to our attention back after 1972 when it closed, the Aboriginal Land Trust and the Shire of Mingiu took over the auspice of the reserve for light industrial. And alarm bells started ringing. I said, well, they're going to destroy it. They're going to destroy a place that we come from. They're going to destroy a place with a lot of heartache, pain, but also history. We've got to do something about it. And thank God we worked with the Shire of Mingiu to preserve it. And it's a smart way of doing it. It's a smart way. And I took the Shire CEO, Ian Fitzgerald at the time, back in 2010, took him down, and the presidents and also the council members on the reserve, stood them on the foundation of the press, said this is what we would like. You know, no nonsense. Sit in the chambers of the Mingiu Shire. I've sat in here too in the chambers of the Urban Shire. Don't be condemned, don't be ashamed. Let's put our head up and be proud of who we are, where we are, but have a yarn with them and work in partnership. Then many years later, I guess I met Bruce then, and Bruce, you helped us a lot, brother, because of the Caleb brothers over there when Bruce got a post of us there. So Bruce is a conduit behind having what we do in regards to the Irwin Historical Society, and Trish as well. Trish done a video of us many years ago, and I've still got the CD and the script. So we're getting ourselves out there. And like I said, in Carnarvon, I asked them, I worked there as a health worker, ALO, but also community patrol. And I said to the Carnarvon mob, the Green mob, I said, what are you fellows doing about your reserves? You just sitting when you're moan, and we put a levee bank through there and we put a fence around it. Why don't you get out there and preserve it? Follow our model. There'll be no problem, change it to suit your environment. And here, in Jordan, like I mentioned, why don't you guys get out there and preserve your reserves? Because there's history and there's a lot of heartache and pain, but there's a lot of information there. It may seem like just land, but there's history behind it all. And I'd like to put my sister on, about Wongi then, for yarn, and sis?
Yeah. Hi, my name is Emmett.
Stand up on the stage
because you're looking at what Thomas is saying, like save where we came from. You look at all our children. Yeah. Well, while we're having a meeting, they enjoy the money. They enjoy it. You look at it. Yeah. And because we came from the same era. We used to do that, but they just got there and just done it, and it shows that education both ways, we can do it. And I'm looking at them too, and it just really opened the mind to myself, they just went out and done it and brought tears to our eyes because our children are learning from us. Each way, doesn't matter, we still get out there. And there was a lady or a man said something about education, let's do it together, ours were sleeping, but hey, look what happened, it came back. And it is going to come back. It mightn't come back like it used to be, but it may be, we don't know. But this is the beginning of a future of all of us. Either which way, non-Aboriginal, Aboriginals. There you go.
Okay. Thank you guys. I think it's very impressive that we are a wonderful audience. And it's like winning the 2019 NAIDOC Award in 6th of July in Canberra, when you're sitting in front of 2,000 people, and that same year that David Pundi, if you know him, he's actor, he was inducted in the Hall of Fame. Wow. And he passed away only last year. And he led the way for acting and music, and we're leading the way for Aboriginal Reserve. We're unique in the Midwest and Gascoyne. There's nothing like ours. I guess we've got bragging rights for what we did and the awards we won. But there's nothing like our Aboriginal Reserve in the Midwest Gascoyne. So I'll finish off with that note and thank you guys for at least listening to what we do, and thank you guys for inviting us down.
Fantastic, but before we celebrate what they've just spoken about, is there any questions here for Thomas or Brannett?
I just wondered.
Up you go.
I think he can probably hear me from here. We're told that Aboriginal people don't like their images shown on television or that thing, and yet you're showing images here. Is that true of different clans, mobs, or what?
I guess, Elizabeth, we're a diverse nation and country, and we're a multicultural country. Trust me, I work with multicultural people in the Shire of Carnarvon for 5 years as an Aboriginal Community Engagement Officer, and I enjoy the multiculturalism. Now, with our mob, there is so much, what's the word for it? Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. Well, who told you can't do this and do that? We're doing what we feel is right, because we're a different tribe. And then you've got another tribe, you jump over the fence, you're in another tribe. Well, that's their protocols, but we follow ours. And we know we're doing right in the inside, and our Scotty guide us, our spirit, tell us what to do. At night time we have a dreaming then, a vision of what we need to do. Similar with paintings, you see Aboriginal painting, they do astral travel. They can lay down, go to sleep, and they do astral travel. They can paint all the water off. So this is what Dini does. And people sometimes need permission to show people that are passed on. We call it, there's a name for the one passed on. But we were quite content as our tribe. We can do what's relevant for the future, for our people. Thanks, Elizabeth, for asking that question, yeah.
Yeah, to answer that also, like, this is just contemporary, because we did an event, we said no, we can't do that.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, so some we do and some we don't. And because of what it is that one there, we just thought, well, share it, like I said, share. Yeah.
Yeah. We done a, just down the road where the penguins are. What's the name of that garden?
Fairy Garden.
Fairy Garden, on the 4th of June this year. We done commemorate the 170 years of the Midwest Massacre. And we done it, started there, then I went to Granite Flats, then I went over to Boothmore. Nugget Mob done it in Boothmore, the other tribe. Now we said no screening of the lady doing the weeping dance. They were crying, they done it, so we didn't expose that to the media. Yeah, yeah.
Please,
It
Bruce.
is very, very, very quick. Right. Thanks to you both. That was terrific. Look, I just wanted to say, in relation to Gary's presentation before, I think when you look at that picture and some of the things that Thomas has been talking about, in there are models for how we can rethink our museums and how we make them survive and thrive into the future. And I think that fits with your two-way learning thing as well. So thank you very much.
One more question before we move on. Can you make it a really quick one, please? Thank you.
Could you tell us, please, what you're doing to preserve language?
That's where it is. It's up here. Now my Gagiji over there in Brisbane, we talk Lingo to one another. Unfortunately, there's some that's written down, but then it gets into the wrong hands. And particularly, we've been challenged by people who want to be, the Claytons who want to be from our country, but there's no evidence of where they come from. When I challenge them, what's your totem? What's your dreaming? What's your language? Yeah, so they can't tell us that. So obviously, don't come tell us lies if you're not, we can talk language, we keep it confined within in our own groups, so it doesn't get out of our Wadini tribe then, yeah. So we preserve it. Our mob don't write books, they don't write it in books. It's an encyclopedia of knowledge when our old people passed away. So we've got to start talking it verbally to each other, amongst ourselves, yeah. Of the tribe, if you're from our tribe, I won't give a dinner then, I'll talk with you, yeah.
Great question, thank you. And honestly, not only are you international and so knowledgeable, but absolutely inspirational. If there are any other questions, can we ask you to ask those at lunchtime? You're staying for lunch, we hope?
Yeah, definitely. Google Littewell Aboriginal, Mingi Aboriginal, Google it. And like I said, you'll see 15 years of work.
And bail up Annette and Thomas and the family at lunchtime. But honestly, a huge round of applause, please.